Are you on
I
EU
appreciate
yet?
it. Oh, is it on EU? Oh, fuck,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
so
It's
dumb.
two
I'm
European
so dumb. I'm
players.
so dumb.
Get into the lobby, sir.
Ah!
Wait. One sec.
Are you in?
Pig. I'm in. So their soul wanted to go, and I said, wait. So.
Oh my god, thank you. I was like, cool, I'm watching the channel. I know the only lobby link is from the previous one. There's no way they're ready yet. I am staring at it. Ah, I'm bad. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that.
No worries. No Discord screen share today. We're going to do it. 1 week without screen share. We made
Well, thanks to Maynarde. I tried my best there to get us in that situation, but unfortunately for those who love the Pixel stream, didn't quite do it. To finish those shoutouts, Bender Bending with 100 bit cheer, and another 100, and another 99, and Bohemia with the 89 bits. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the cheers. Much love for all of the support. And let's enjoy this bloody awesome grand finals. This is going to be good.
Oh, yeah. TVT grand final. We've seen a few of them before. But
We have.
it's been, I think last week was a TVP, right? The Parting and Clem, from memory. My mind is blanking.
I think so.
These early morning starts, man. It's hard to retain things from early morning memory. Well,
It is indeed.
In the top left here, the Polish player, the maker's tag still. It is Sol Piotr. A very, very nice guy. I've had the pleasure of spending some time with him in person. Likewise for the guy in the bottom right, in the red, Team Liquid's Clem.
My man. Thank you very much for doing those intros. Was just updating the thingamajigs for the streaming-majogs. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Alrighty.
It's a good series. It's a best of 5, which is our favorite bit. It's also Nightshade, where we've seen a lot of mechios. We've seen Clem and Euthermal in the past, just running cyclones into each other like madmen. Not sure if Sol's going to do that. Earlier, he played against Mech on this map. He went bio. It was a different sort of game. He took out Euthermal in that series. Double gas for Sol. Clem, looking a little bit more like an expandy build. So remember, we saw Sol try this and get kind of a big problematic opening against Euthermal. Had his natural denied for a long time. But, I still think the expand on the low ground, I think it's got its place in the meta. As long as you SCV scout like Clem is, I think it's a very good opening.
I'm glad that Sol threw that out there. Clem unsure. I think it's a little bit earlier for Clem being Western Europe versus the Eastern Europe. I think it's a little later in Poland.
Indeed.
Yeah.
As of course, actually, wait, no, Poland is the same time.
Is it?
Yeah. I think all of Poland is still Central European. You need to get to Kiev, and once you get to Kiev, you're far enough east to add add 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's my geographical ignorance showing Twitch chat.
Well, it is further east, so you're kind of like, you think there's a whole country. You think it would be a times difference. Like you go one state in Australia, like you go over a state from my state to Maynarde's. It's half an hour. If I go to the next state over, it's like 3 hours. It's I think it's 2 hours, but they don't do daylights, so it becomes 3 hours at some times of the year, something like that.
That's the thing. I've been an Australian and living in Australia for 90% of my life, and maybe like 80% of my life. So I'm used to cities being really far away from each other. And if you're in one city, that's a different time zone. I think Melbourne and Sydney are the same time zone, but and Canberra, but that's it. But then there's Queensland doesn't believe in daylight savings, so they have a different time zone. They're always a half an hour ahead or behind. Sometimes they're on the same time zone as the East, and sometimes there's 6 months of the year they're not on the same time zone. And then there's South Australia, which is on its own, Northern Territory, which is on its own, and then Perth in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like 3 hours removed from everyone else. So it's a weird island that we live in, a very big one.
Very big one. Lots of desert, lots of not that many plants. Lots of kangaroos and camels and wild horses. It's like lots of pest species that have overrun the wild.
You wouldn't think there'd be that many camels in Australia, but we actually have a pretty solid population of camels here.
A lot of wild camels and horses, yeah. I don't think the horses is nearly as many, but basically it's the same thing as with the camels. Like obviously they're not native. People are like, let's bring some camels to explore across the desert. And they're like, our camels escaped. Now they're banging out in the wild, and there's like millions of them. Shit.
Out in the wild, and their camel communities banging each other, smoking lots of pot.
Of course, that's what camels do in their free time, man.
Unprotected camel sex all the fucking every weekend.
Yeah, Jesus. They're not taking they're not eating the cactus beforehand to make sure they don't get pregnant. I've heard that is
Right.
it's nature's way.
All those camels just ruining society with their jazz cabbage.
Jazz cabbage is still one of my favorite terms, up there with the devil's kimchi.
The devil's lettuce. Tank push here from Soul. With the medevac, he can actually have a little bit of utility as well. Can break lock-ons from the Cyclone. Obviously, the Raven is a complicated factor. He's trying to break the lock-on here with that tank, and he successfully does it, but it does give Clem a little bit of breathing space.
Oh my
actually
God.
Force that army off.
Oh, Drilly Boy, surround! Get wrecked.
What?
Revenge of the Drilly Boys. But 7 SCVs, that's a lot, man. Those Reapers. Clem reacted kind of slow there, so talking about 5 a.m., that's what happens at 5 a.m., man. A little slow on the response, so busy at the front with that tank and the mass repair.
And nearly midday here in South Australia, I completely missed the drop in the main.
Yeah, they just jumped in, actually. As he sieged up, he just ran the Reapers in up the ledge to the south. So really cute from Soul. Just kind of dropped 2 Reapers. Well, not dropped, ran them in. He's a bit good. Gets the bunker, but the Ravens are ready to tell this to leave. You need to unsiege right now. Ooh, I would interference matrix the medevac there, because you know that's going to pick up and you want to stop the tank from escaping. You can also stop it boosting and you can lock onto the medevac there. So I think a slight missed opportunity for Clem, but Soul, oof, big tank shot from Soul, but does lose the tank, so I don't think that was worth it necessarily.
Yeah, we got a push from Clem through the middle of the map here. And he's got himself a pretty solid-looking mobile force, which, I mean, the tanks really do shut this down, so he can't really go super far forward without high ground vision.
I think if he brought the Ravens, I think he could have just punched him in the face and won the game. But he left him at home. Maybe worried about Banshees, or maybe he's just, there we go. They're all coming now. He's got 3 Ravens. I still think he's got a great push timing. Raven Energy, 1 auto turret, 3. There'll be 3 auto turrets when this hits, and there will be, that's for Soul. And for the other player, Clem, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, soon to be 6. Yeah, he's going to have 6 auto turrets first 3. This is so scary, man.
Yeah. Oof. 3 Ravens with a lot of energy. I'd be worried here as Soul a little bit.
All right, auto turret spam going down. Faster auto turrets for Clem, but he actually messed up and didn't get the extra 2 auto turrets down straight away. Nonetheless, presses through. The Ravens are very weak. I'd love to see him get them out of there. Oh no, Clem. Oh, gonna lose both those Ravens. YOLOing a little bit just before they get auto turret energy. I guess it doesn't matter though because he busts the natural.
Yeah, he's reset the tank count here as Soul, which is the worst part. Like, yeah, Soul has 3 Ravens and they're still alive, and that's all well and good, but he's got 1 auto turret here.
Ooh.
It's going to be a good auto turret. It's going to get 1 tank.
Yeah, an auto turret will not, I don't think, have enough duration to kill the other tank, even if it was uncontested. So it does damage it, though. Tank still being annoying. Clem, of course, has his 3rd landed throughout this. Oh, the Vikings come forward. Goodbye.
The juggle as well with the Viking DPS. That tank just evaporated. Soul still not out of hot water. He thought he was all right with that tank on his ramp, but the answer is no, you are not. The Viking's going to find, or rather the Raven's going to find another tank. Clem! Oh, just inside auto turret range for a second there. Loses 1 tank. But he's still in Soul's face. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Clem's got a 3rd.
Yeah. Oh, the Vikings catch the Ravens of Soul. They were trying to intercept the reinforce. They were not counting on Vikings being there. And this is getting real nasty. He's going to bust out. Big shot from Clem. Takes out a bunch of the Marines. The other tank comes forward. Clem says, it's not over till it's over, mate. The Vikings are here. The siege tank. Oh, no.
God.
You're kidding me.
Here. Ah, man. I know this is only game 1 of a best of 5, but if I was Soul playing this game, I'd be extremely tilted. I'd need like a minute to go stand outside or something like that. Like,
hey, Maynarde. Is this soul crushing? Shout out to my boy Fear Dragon. Haven't hung out with him enough lately. Got to get some team games going soon because when I don't get enough Ravi, I fill the void of bad puns.
Clem just really stood on Soul's throat there and didn't let go. That is a brutal game 1 there.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Another wave of support. Guys, so overwhelming. Thank you so much. I really do hope, by the way, once again, you are all watching on the multi if you can. As always, make sure you unmute both so that you can give your ears a special sort of ASMR, which of course stands for assault on my ears, which is not the letters ASMR, but yeah, it'll don't actually do that. But please do give us both follows and check out Maynard's stream if you haven't already. We've had such a crazy wave of support. I'd just like to say, if anyone here is able to spread the love, make sure you spread it to Maynard. I like us to both get some subs and some new family members hanging out. We have a crazy sub count, higher than I've had pretty much forever at the moment, due to your generosity. So guys, please show some love there. Maybe Siblix and I hope I pronounced that right. Great Twitch chat name. I don't know, part goblin, part orc or what, but thank you for joining the pigsty. Much love, fam.
Much love indeed. Oh boy. Yeah, the support's been incredible. I got like I think 60 subs or something today.
Oh my lord.
It's been ridiculous.
That's
so
epic.
It's 1-0 Clem. Let's get into game 2. Yeah, chat's been going absolutely insane. Like just like you, I have like a bunch of non-regulars, but then a couple I think it was like a couple guys, like this fella Black Label just subscribed today. He did a tier 1 and he's just like, I'm going to go tier 1 in style. I'm also going to spend this whole stream gifting subs and just being an awesome guy in general. But anyway, in the bottom left, we have got Soul currently down the series against this guy in the top right.
Yeah, it's hard not to be generous and in a good mood when you got so much StarCraft to entertain us after a weekend. GSL's back, stay-at-home story couple weekend. Now we got EPT to carry us through. Up here in the top right, the young French gun. We love watching his aggressive play. It is Clem.
Oui. Clemence.
Clement. The little boy of StarCraft who is no doubt sick of us making fun of him for being a young boy.
No
the other pros like to point out that, but he'll be able to. He's European, so basically you're an adult when you're like 14 when they start letting you drink vodka and shit, right?
That's the thing. He's 18 now, so he's been able to get crunk for like 4 years.
Yeah.
I think drinking age is like 16, but yeah, close enough.
Once I've heard there's actually a law in France. It's once you're able to climb out of your crib, you're allowed to drink wine.
Yeah, that's right. You can have red wine, and then
you get a bit in the sippy cup.
Apparently, my parents used to do like like when you get a toothache, they would do that old school way of like
the whiskey
of whiskey, and in the mouth to numb the pain.
Develops your taste buds nice and early.
I guess so. But that's the thing. As a kid, I didn't really like whiskey. You know, like when you first start going out as like a 13, 14-year-old, and you just have your first like adult beverages. That Soul looks wrong, by the way.
Yeah, it was blocked. So they both went the same Barracks versus SCV Scout opening. But Clem was like, "Oh, cool, I'll block you," whereas Soul didn't. And I think that's just a little bit of a missed opportunity. Maybe shows that Clem is a little bit more going after it in this series. You know, wants to get in his opponent's face. Let's be real. That's just Clem playing how Clem plays. Meanwhile, Soul's like, "I'm gonna ambush you in the middle. I'm gonna be fancy," and Clem's like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm just diving on your natural, man." And if he can get the SCV and then get out, that would be sick. Oh, first shot. And now Clem can fight. Now Clem's like, "Cool. You have to wait for your drugs to kick in," which it's not just a rave strategy. Apparently, it's part of TVT as well. When you want to win the Reaper fight, you just wait, man. Don't worry, it'll kick in soon. Don't take any more just yet. You might overdose on those combat drugs. It's fine. You just wait for the hit points to regen, man.
I don't know. 7 just gifted a sub. The Doctor Disrespect. Thank you, mate.
Nice.
Dr. Disrespect, of course, big fan of Twitch TV Maynard.
He is part of the main army, dude. If there is actually, if he were to love a StarCraft streamer and hang out, I know it would be in your channel anyway.
No.
Fucking horns.
No, he would be looking for whoever has the most speed, precision, and violence. That's who he would be looking for. It would probably be parting, honestly. Oh, no, but that audio quality.
He'd want him canning and parting kind of conjoined, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but like with Upper Tree Zelda's microphone quality, maybe.
Yeah. Dude, whenever Disrespect does anything, I swear I die. The internet is so fucking just mean and juvenile and also hilarious. Like, I just see, whenever I see a tweet, I always click on it. The first 5 responses are like, basically whatever he said, they're like, violence, speed, momentum, everything you need to cheat on your wife. You know, you're like, oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it, internet. You guys are so friggin' ridiculous. And they're like, oh, no, we're never going to stop bringing this up. And you're like, oh, that's...
The internet internet never forgets.
Oh, no.
Never forgets, never forgives. It's quite wild.
Yeah,
we
with
have
the
a three
following
gas
that
here from
size.
Clem, by the way. We have a 3 gas here from Clem, but it's going in a cloak banshee, which is definitely different because normally it's about the Raven.
I really like the way he does it though, because he often pokes the front with the Cyclone and the Marines. Like, notice how he never misses a beat on his Marine production. Like, if you look at the units tab, Clem, just up a couple Marines. They're done pretty much the same opening. But Clem's just always, he just builds so many Marines, and it gives him a bit more, I can kind of shove your natural a little bit. If you don't have a bunker and a tank sieged up, and he did this opening, I believe this was the exact same build against Inno on Simulacrum. It was that game too where he'd distract at the front or somewhere else. The Banshee would poke in, get some kills. The other Banshee would poke in. So he can try and create a bit of a push and pull here and there and just open up opportunities. The trick is, of course, being conservative with the Banshee, keeping it alive. Get 2 kills, get out. Come in from the other angle with the other Banshee, and then come back when other stuff is happening. And if you force missile turrets, that's a huge win.
Definitely. Auto turrets, you mean? Yeah.
Oh, no, missile turrets.
Missile turrets. Yeah.
If they end up going, oh man, these Banshees aren't dead, so but I want to move out with all my Ravens, and they feel forced to build turrets, it's like a lot of wasted money. Interesting scan there. True. So he actually scans to kind of track where the army movement is, and this Banshee's just getting the hell out of dodge. But I wonder if Clem's worried about a frontal push at all. You can see he's very defensive at home. His 2 Banshees are now joining up. That Raven and Cyclone unable to find that weak Banshee.
And Banshee still survives. Got a couple SCVs and continues to shark around. Got Clem also going into air units already with the reactive starport. So he switched over from the barracks to the tech labs and get stim, get himself out some Vikings in the 2nd and 3rd barracks. Similar builds for both players, but just the difference between Ravens and Banshees. And I think Soul's done a good job at splitting up his Ravens pretty well. Scans Clem's main, sees no 3rd. That is in the natural, actually. So
this is a non-stop pushing style from Clem, right? Where same thing he did against Inno. He's going to push, and he kind of needs to because he doesn't have Ravens, right? So he's got to go in and pick off the Ravens with the Vikings kind of ahead of time. He's got to siege up and catch his opponent out of position. I mean, that starport very exposed for Soul. So if Clem sieges the low ground, he can actually hit the stim and that. I don't know if hitting the front's the right idea. Clem is one of the biggest balls boy out there, though. So, he is not afraid to just shove in where other players might back off.
It's also hard to do this without Ravens.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind just a soft contain for now. And he's kind of looking for the tanks. Very cute. Ooh.
Cloak breaks the Cyclone lock-on.
And look at that. Look how quickly they kill a tank.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God. Oh, a Raven! Oh no, it was meant to go harass, and I think he F2'd it. I think he F2'd.
Oh no.
He's gonna try to double drop flank this. Oh man, the Ravens are everything here. But he's already lost one. Oh, only one auto turret gets down.
Is that enough firepower though?
No. Oh my God, devastated.
GG.
I mean, if the other Raven was there, it could have locked down 2 tanks, and that would have worked. Stim Marines coming from the flank. I mean, maybe he should have pulled a few SCVs to lock it in, but it was all about that other Raven. It's so unfortunate there for Soul. And, you're a little thrown off from game 1. It's late at night. And speaking as a Terran player myself, they do some weird shit with some Banshees that you're not used to dealing with. That's when you F2. Do a little panic F2, slide your Raven in the wrong position, and you end up in big trouble.
Soul going for that drop flank again, but the wind is really out of sails here. The Drilly Boy's being pulled, but it's all Clem. And he's going to be taking himself to match point here. That's really outplaying Soul so far.
Yeah, the Rebecca Black defense not working out there. Tried to do Marines in the back seat and other units from the front seat. But one of the Ravens drove off while someone was still getting in the car, and then they got flipped out of the door and rolled onto the rear tire. So unfortunately, that was a music video gone wrong. And Clem, 1 game away from just clean sweeping it. Hot damn.
Yeah. I mean, he's on match point already for this grand final. It's been a quick one. For TVT, this is one of the fastest TVTs I've seen so far. It's normally this matchup is, a little bit more like what Thermal and Soul looked like when we saw that earlier.
Big thank you, everybody. If you guys do take a clip, by the way, just from my channel, heads up, please go ahead and share it. Oh, there we go. I was just clicking it. I swear. Thank you, Maynarde. Please share clips in the Discord channel. I would really appreciate that. Thank you, Systemic. Much love, mate. And Eternal Empire, guys. I want to see Soul just get back in control. some momentum. Maybe do something aggressive to do that. Maybe Proxy Rex not banned at 5 a.m. Show us what you got, Soul.
Show me what you got. I mean, I feel like Soul,
I like it.
He was the one that said no Proxy Rex, and if he's the one that Proxy Rexes, isn't that a dick move?
I don't think so. I think especially not right. I think no, not at all. Because I don't think the other guy actually agreed to it. You're just saying shit. I think that's totally fine.
He did say maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, no. I think it's time to get swifty. Just get creative, get loose. Like people sometimes think build orders have to be perfectly lined out ahead of time. I think it's time to just, for Soul up here in the top right-hand side, representing Makers, he is down 2 games in this series, and he really needs to take a shit on the floor. Get swifty in here.
And in the bottom left, he certainly hasn't shat himself at all in this series, at least so far. With clean pants, it's Liquid Clem.
For now.
For now.
I think this is the game. We're going to see Soul just get loose, get away from that rigidity, stop letting Clem take the momentum in this series. And I say this as someone who wants to believe because they want more games. And I would love to see some more back and forth mid-game TVT. It's been a little bit quick, a bit decisive so far. And yeah, I think I'd like to see something a little bit more. I mean, this is looking like just the same. Oh, 2 racks from Clem. Cool.
All right.
I was going to say, he's about to send this SCV out to scout. Then I'm like, why is he scouting the corner of his main? Like, oh, okay. So 2 racks Reaper up against what is going to be just a Reaper Hellion. 2 Reaper Hellion opening for Soul. So Soul is going to go for that low ground expand at about 225. And Clem's going to come in with 3 Reapers and delay that command center. And if Soul messes up his micro, it can get way out of control. But normally Clem just kind of is like, delayed your command center, killed the SCV. Huh. And then like Soul pulls up the ramp and the Hellion comes out. He chases him off. And then they just go to the next stage. But they both just are forced to build more Reapers and Hellions than normal. What it does open up nicely into, because it's a 2 racks opening, faster stim, go into medevacs a little bit quicker. And you can start doing more just marine drop play and that sort of stuff. Obviously, we'll see exactly how Clem shifts the build order, shifts the opening. But definitely looking to get in the driver's seat, while Soul feels like he's turtling up more than ever. Checking for proxies, playing super safe and careful. And not exactly what I was looking for here, but who knows? Maybe 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah. Soul's really dotting his I's back at home, making sure that there's no proxies. He's still up against probably a few more Reapers than he expects, though. His first Reaper finally heads across the map. And Clem circumnavigating that Reaper. He's going to have his own Reaper pop up back at home to intercept Souls. This is very annoying.
It's going to get interesting. Clem gets the first shot off just simply by being on A move, and his Reaper's going to come back. He says, let's kill that SCV. Command center still goes down on location. Even after seeing the Reapers, Soul's like, chase me. Show, look at that booty shake on that Reaper. It's like, I've been doing leg day. I've been doing my squats. Come chase me. Follow me on Insta. Reaper with big ass. Let's go.
Interception, no. Oh, good.
Is it though?
Downtown with a Hellion.
Oh, 3rd Reaper comes in. 3rd Reaper comes in. Oh. Oh no. That's very good for Clem.
That is very good for Clem. There is no early game army for Soul anymore. He's actually getting a reactor on his barracks. He's got no Reaper production. He does still have multiple Hellions. But Soul has, or rather, Clem still has these 2 Reapers out on the map and is basically taken any opportunity for Soul to have map vision.
It's funny because Clem could have gone like straight across the map and just like denied the command center, I think, with those. I guess it would have been a bit dicey with this 3rd Hellion. So Clem's like, I'll just play it safe. Like, I know I'm in an okay spot. Those Reapers are going to wait until you do something to me, and then I'll go across the map. Now, we are going to still see Cyclones, Ravens, and that sort of stuff. So Clem not going for that faster stim or anything like that just yet. He's going to get the normal high-tech setup units. And don't get me wrong, this is peak StarCraft 2 TVT. This is not some low-level shit where you're like, I did mass marine with no units. Like, you got to actually fucking make the tech units. Ravens, Cyclones, these sort of units are very important for a reason. Clem may go Banshee, but you've always got to have at least 1 Cyclone just to give you some drop shutdown, anti-Liberator, anti-Banshee, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Well, the Banshee really worked out for him last game. That was a very stylistic play. I think this time it's just Raven, Clem.
Yeah. Just waiting for that 200 gas to tick over. Does start that Raven up. Nice, quick third CC in the main here for Clem. Up 2 SCVs. Bunker at the front, feeling calm, collected, locked down at home. Yeah. Soul going into this game, you know what? Ahead on the Raven and ahead on the tank as well. So I think being down 2 SCVs is not a big problem. It's the third command center that has me a little bit worried about the explosion power of Clem a few minutes from now when his economy really gets rolling.
Yeah, Soul's just about to get the extra couple barracks here. Got a 3 racks bio. Clem already obviously has that 2 racks start, so he has a much faster stim than Soul as well, which is also nice.
Just 1 Raven and a Cyclone for Clem, and then swapping into the reactor on the starport. So it's just going to be bio tank from there. It's going to have the potential to dive in with a very quick double drop, 2 medevacs off that starport when the reactor finishes. It's still a few minutes away for now.
Actually.
But yeah, and that's actually really sick. Good upgrades on the E-bays, the third CC is faster. So what I see is for Clem a lot more flexibility and control from here, where as Soul, you're going to have more tech units, more Ravens, tanks. That's cool. If you ever run into stim Marines and they just stim on you and you're not sieged, like your army's just going to die. You don't have as much firepower. It's also very hard to cover all your bases from drop paths. So Soul is naturally going to be the defender. He's going to be camping. He's going bio himself, but his upgrades, his Marine count is going to be much lower, much more delayed for the next 5 minutes. It's all about turtling until about 2-2 upgrades, and that's when Soul can start really doing things on the map.
Speaking of doing things on the map, he's sending out 2 Ravens here, 1 to the south, 1 to the north. Going to hit from the north and the south here with Raven auto turret harassment. Seeing no push from Clem means that he's got plenty of energy on these Ravens, and this is what all Terrans like to do when they have their multiple Ravens up and there's no action from their opponent.
It's a really good move. Obviously, the Marines on the natural can respond quick, and there is a Cyclone and a Raven in the main. So, the Cyclone changes paths and actually goes up to the natural. But just as the Raven comes in, so bad timing on that Cyclone for Clem. Auto turrets get down, a bunch of SCVs fall. The Raven comes into the third as well. Ooh, a lovely bit of harassment here. Clem slow to react on the third base. Raven's going to hit the main as well. All 3 mineral lines in disarray right now. Clem is like, oh my god. And look at that. He's delaying it to the last second, knowing he's already delaying mining just by the threat. The problem, of course, is can he defend at home? He needs to pull his third base back right now. I do not think he can defend the third. Oh, I mean, he wants to secure that economy.
High ground tanks.
It's all about the Raven usage, right?
Yeah, there's a high energy Raven here for Clem. He's scared to see the third is entrenched here. Going to pick a different angle. This is a bit of a death valley here, though, in that natural.
That's a lot of siege tanks, and with only 1 Raven, I guess he can only lock down 2 tanks here. Yep. Oh, can he do it? If he can drop on those tanks, that would be huge. Oh, nice interference matrix. 1 tank still standing there, but Soul trades a tank for a tank, and that's good for Soul. All Soul needs to do is buy time here, weather the storm, get this tank down in the mineral line on that natural, pull back the SCVs temporarily, and I think he's quite okay. You can see this tank for Clem only reaches so far. Soul's Raven.
Soul with the F2 again. Oh. Well, maybe not an F2, but just ran through that Marine bowl and got picked off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was an F2.
Clem isn't getting too far forward here with his push. He's got himself some presence. He's definitely pulled Soul's attention over here at that natural. But I think this is getting what Clem wanted, which is just space to get that worker count back up a little bit more. Get those upgrades finished, get towards 2-2. His armory is a little bit mistimed. Same deal with Soul, though. So in that sense, it's going to work out for Clem.
It's going to equalize in that regard, but Soul's up on workers now, right? Soul's done a good job with his Raven harassment. Clem's Raven is going to kill a Marine. It's not really anything worth it, And the upgrades are equalizing. It's 1-1, stim, shields. 2-2 hasn't started for either side. I mean, the armory is just kicked in here for Clem. Doesn't have the money to start that. He double drops. It gets scanned. Soul already has Marines on the edge. He does not care about this. He doesn't even need to move. Clem cannot fly those drops in. Clem cannot afford to throw units away. I mean, he's keeping control, but he's got to still be very careful. These units are sacred.
They certainly are. And it's just so hard to attack into a Terran in TVT when they know you're coming because they have their tanks set up.
Day and night. I mean, those tanks just big shot on the Marines at the third. Takes out a big clump. And I mean, right now, Clem might as well be Arnold Schwarzenegger in Pumping Iron. He's just announcing it. I'm coming, day and night. Soul is so fucking ready right now, man.
Playing StarCraft 2 is like I'm coming.
I can feel the pump as I drop my Marines on your siege tanks. I can feel the blood flowing in and out of my medivacs.
That destroyed me. The medevac Clem gets out of there somehow, some way. He gets 15 SCV kills, and Clem also keeping a lot of his army alive, forcing Soul to actually get some presence on the map here.
Oh my god. He's actually got a few tanks. He got Soul out of position a little bit. This auto turret, yeah. Okay, so, and this is Clem's ability. 5 waves of it not working, and then and now it's working. Auto turret joins this as well. Oh my god.
Oh my god. This natural of Soul is in so much trouble.
Oh
Clem still just erasing SCVs here. That auto turret also taking the aggro away from Marines, so his own Marines turning and firing.
Oh my
He
god.
kills so many units. There's a big doom drop from Soul. Look at this doom drop, man. It's so YOLO.
Billy gets on the walkie-talkie. He's like, they're here. They're going for the main. They're going for the main. And there's already a tank sieged up in Marines there. Oh no, Soul, get out.
No.
No, not like this.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so awkward when your doom drop gets scouted.
Oh no. Oh.
Now the Vikings are going to come forward, or even the Liberators.
Oh, no.
Soul. He's stuck with so much army supply in the middle of nowhere. He can't do anything about it. He can't go anywhere.
This is a Greek tragedy right now, dude.
And these Liberators are going to slowly bleed him out.
Yeah,
They're like,
this is literally the most painful death. This is a Saw movie.
God.
This is like Hostel Part 17. Oh my god! He threads the needle! He threads the needle! Oh my god, he's actually going to get the tank sieged. You're kidding me? It's not enough,
That's
though.
amazing.
There's too many Marines. There's too many Marines for Clem. The Lib siege up.
A very big moment there for Soul, and if it wasn't scouted, it would have done so much. But Clem deflects, and he has also got enough units to counterattack the third base.
Oh,
Soul's
man.
got everything on the other side of the map, and also tucked away his natural. He's bringing everything back home. I think there was another F2 there from Soul. The medevacs are coming home as well. Clem getting more SCV damage and has a very solid lead here in army supply specifically, and he's got 2-2 a lot earlier.
You know, you posted a GIF when I wasn't letting you into the Zoom call of the Eric Andre. Let me in!
Let me in!
I feel like it's being Clem all game long, and Soul's being the opposite. He's being like, let me out! Let me out of my fucking base! He's like, I'm sick of sitting in my corner, man. This is really rough. Like, TVT is very hard to defend. And it gets exponentially harder when you're playing against a Clem or a Maru type, just like fast hands, quintessentially aggressive player who always finds an opening. And every time you think you're solid, he gets in there.
Damn, dude. I feel like you need 17 sensor towers against Clem. Because he's going to be... he just always finds an opening.
Yep. Quick answer of Twitch chat's question: is this GM level? A little bit beyond that. Just a heads up.
You're going to be trolling, right? That's gonna be troll.
It's like either trolling or hasn't really watched before. It's just kind of heard what a GM is. These are some of the gods of StarCraft, guys. Clem is the best Terran in Europe right now.
Gold 3? Question?
These guys are
against
controlling so much stuff in so much of the map right now. 350 APM for each of them. Oh my god, drops on the tanks in the high ground. You're kidding me! Oh my god!
He's actually making the rest of us look terrible. It's just not fair.
How does he do so much stuff at once? He's so
Turrets.
good.
Oh my god, that medevac's got 2 tanks in it!
No!
Oh, Soul. It is a Greek tragedy.
It is
feels bad,
indeed.
man.
I don't actually know any Greek tragedies, so I can't take the reference any further than that. But I'm gonna say his name is Petrocles, and
Theotricles.
yeah, he's just been stabbed by her Nonculus, and you know, is his best friend, and unfortunately, I don't know, something to do with, I'm sure there's some Oedipal shit or something with someone's wife. I don't know, something weird
Usually
happens.
there's incest or something, because that's what all medieval tragedies involve, you know.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of Shakespeare stuff. It's really
Yeah, they're
fucking weird.
big on that. Get
Oh
some
my God,
Othello-like
Soul.
jealousy
Soul.
going.
No.
Oh! But I mean, Clem has just played so well this whole tournament, and Soul, obviously the champion of EU, just yesterday, went for the double trophy. Not quite going to get it.
He wants to be the 2-time.
Oh, the sandwich! It's a lot of Marines coming in, but I tell you what, that's like trying to make a sandwich out of nails. You ever try to put sandwiches, fucking nails, put your bread around the nails? That's what 7 siege tanks is. It's like biting into nails. It's an analogy.
Pig really nailed it. Get it? Oh my goodness.
How could you layer an even
man.
worse joke on top of that, Maynard? No. Dude, Clem is a god. Once again, he keeps surprising us. GG, well played. Flawless victory, says Sinistro in chat. It was, dude.
Indeed.
Did Clem not drop a map in this whole tournament? Is that actually...
Let's look at
oh my
God, you're right.
Let's look at that bracket. Sinistro,
You're right.
the god. So if we look at this bracket, which is not updated, we know Clem 2-0'd Armani.
2-0 Armani, 2-0 Namshar, 2-0 Nice.
Nice.
Oh my
Spacey
God.
Mazy 2-0 before that. And let's see who we got in the first round. Probably
basically
a
where his strong opponents kicked in.
Yeah.
Mr. Beerus was a platinum player, and that's where his round started in the round 64 because he had a bye in round 28.
Oh, shit.
0 maps lost by Clem at fucking 3 a.m. playing till 5, or maybe like 11 p.m. playing till 5 a.m.
Insane.
The 6-hour tournament, roughly.
Hot
Oh my
diddly
God.
damn.
What a god!
That was crazy. These guys are insane.
A lot of people are talking about Clem as the greatest foreign Terran right now, and I find that's hard to argue at the moment. I mean, obviously there's Hero Marine, of course, but this Clem kid, these weeklies, he's snatching him away from Big Gabe now. Even defeated Big Gabe in the or rather Soul did at the European weekly this week, but Clem has done it previous weeks against Hero Marine.
Indeed. A literal god, mainless. I think that's what we say in times like this. Clem is just, he's really cementing himself as a mechanical beast and a mechanical god, and he's plowing through these online cups. I think the one thing I guess that we could say is lacking really for him is he's just sometimes seems to have a bad game and get a bit upset and kind of let that emotions run with him. But if he can start bringing this sort of form that he seems to do in these small online cups where the pressure, I guess, is off, that is, if he can bring that to the bigger tournaments and the bigger online cups where, there's many thousands on the line, he's already playing really well in them. He's just missing this 1% of focus under pressure. It almost feels like it's something very small. It's like there's just that little thing that's like the final little thing that needs to be in place. And then we know he's going to start dominating. So I cannot wait to watch the rest of this year of Clemcraft, man.
Clemcraft. It's a great game. Pig, thank you so much for tuning in and getting that co-cast with me. I always feel happy. I know you don't feel happy when you're eliminated early, but I do, selfishly, because I get a co-cast nice and quick. You don't have to solo cast for more than a couple hours.
Well, usually I'm happy I don't have to spend the rest of the stream playing after how I lose every week. I'm like, whoa, where are you trash? The self-hatred voice comes out and I go, thankfully I get to laugh at some games and watch with Maynarde and have some fun. So